70% of the people of Gaza, 70% are refugees. They were expelled from Israel in 1948, and they and their descendants ended up in Gaza. 50% are children. That's Gaza, among the most densely populated places on God's earth, a tiny parcel of land overwhelmingly composed of refugees and their descendants and children. That's Gaza. So a brutal blockade is imposed on Gaza in 2006. What does that blockade look like? Or what does it mean? It means nobody can go into Gaza and nobody can leave Gaza, with the rarest of exceptions. Israel controls the exit and the entry to Gaza. Israel controls the airspace. Israel controls the waterways. Israel controls everything, what goes in. There was a period when Israel denied chocolate, as in bonbons. It's very serious, couldn't go into Gaza. Wouldn't allow baby chicks to go into Gaza. It wouldn't allow potato chips to go into Gaza. There was a period when Israel had an explicit policy of giving Gazans, it was calculated, a starvation plus diet, a diet that just hovered above starvation. It controls everything in Gaza. There are people with severe medical conditions who want to go to better hospitals in, say, Jordan. They cannot leave. They cannot leave. Gaza is half the population, suffers what international humanitarian organizations call, quote, severe food insecurity, which is to say half the population of Gaza never felt what it was like to have a full stomach. Half the population of Gaza is unemployed. Among youth, it's 70%, highest unemployment rate of any area in the world. Now, that's the facts, the discrete, the separate facts. One of the senior officials, I would like your audience to listen, plant it in your mind. One of Israel's senior security officials, Giora Eiland, E-I-L-A-N-D, still a very prominent figure in the Israeli security establishment. In 2004, before the blockade, he described Gaza as, quote, a huge concentration camp. That didn't come from some Hamas propaganda leaflet. That was and is a senior official in Israel's security establishment. In March 2004, he described Gaza as a huge concentration camp. Now, I want to bring it up to the present. Number one, it's not just a concentration camp, it's a killing field. Because every few years, as I've already said, Israel goes in and mows the lawn in Gaza, kills in Operation Cast Lead 1,400 people, Operation Protective Edge 2,200 people, and that's leaving aside a slew of other operations. So, what's the bottom line to bring us up to the present? The bottom line is, you know those young folks who crashed the gates of Gaza on October 7th? Those young men, probably down to the last, had been born into that concentration camp. All they had to do, those young men, for 20 years was to pace the perimeter of Gaza. No jobs, no food, no past, no present, no future. That's Gaza.